back to an all-new Cold Culture automotive video. Today we are answering the question, is a leveling kit enough for off-roading? Is it enough? Well, we're about to find out. Now, let me explain to you what I did to my truck. So right in here is what I like to call a leveling puck. It's basically just a generic leveling kit. You can buy them online for like anywhere from $80 to $90. It goes right in here and it's a spacer, and that is what it does. The one I got is 2.5 inches to make it level with the rear. Mine is a Mammoth spacer. I got mine from AmericanTrucks.com. If I find it on Amazon, I'll leave it down below and you guys can go ahead and pick one up there if you are interested. Now let's talk a little bit more about how I feel about these. So honestly, I am not a huge fan of a puck lift on a truck at all whatsoever. You'll see some of them that are seriously like 4 or 5 inches. You'll see those on packages like the Rocky Ridge package and stuff like that that are at the dealers. You'll see them all the time. They're horrible. They ride like absolute dog shit. They are so bumpy and it's just not a good way to go about it. It is an extremely cheap way to go about it. But with just a level, not a lift with a puck, but just a level with a puck, it's not that bad. Now, the ride quality is going to be a little bit more bouncy. It's going to be a little bit more rigid. There's no doubt about that. But again, I don't think it's going to be that bad. If you are a guy who's not really going to off-road and you just want your truck to be leveled out, and maybe sometimes you're going to be on some dirt roads, maybe you might off-road every once in a while, well, maybe a puck is enough for you. But let's get out here, try out some of these obstacles that we have hit before here on the channel with both our Power Boost and even this truck, and see if a puck is enough to get me around out here. I've been out here before and I've rubbed a little bit on the frame. So my first and one of my favorite little obstacles to do out here, because I really feel like it speaks to the beginner audience that I have out there. This is something that you'll see all the time out on any trail, anywhere, and it's a very beginner thing, but it can be difficult for stock trucks, and that is this right here. This is going to test breakover, approach, and departure. It's not anything extreme by any means necessary. I don't want to make it seem like this is extreme. If you're just adding a puck on a stock truck, does that puck give you enough room to make it over stuff like this? No problem. Let's see. So as I'm approaching the obstacle, I'm going to turn on my camera, show you guys real quick, and that is going to help me out a little bit. I'm going to try to explain maybe what you can do to not go ahead and scrape your truck. Let's see if I can give both things my attention. Now, something I'm going to try to do is, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of narrow right there, right? So I'm going to try to get as centered as possible as I go through this. Looks like I actually need 4-wheel drive for this, which I wasn't expecting to need, but I think the ground is just soft right now. It's been really windy out here, so I think it's just moved everything around a lot. And right now, we're going to be able to see on the outside of the truck what this looks like. I'm guessing I'm high up, I'm high centered. Going to get a good look at that departure angle. I think I cleared the front, no problem whatsoever. But let's see what it's like in the back. Getting the thumbs up. Ride up and over, no scraping on my side steps, no scraping on my rear or my front. That is a success. And this is where I scraped my frame actually, and my side steps on the last time I was out here. So yes, a puck will definitely help you get over some of the obstacles that you had a little bit of clearance issues with before. Now let's get out here, drive around, and see how rough it is. All right, so now something I want to test is kind of the rebounding compression. Now that that spring is being compressed a little bit more than it was before, it gives a more bumpy ride, and you know, I want to see how much more bumpy. Now last time I was out here, I was actually thoroughly impressed with how well the truck did for a stock truck. Now I have my GoPro on the back. It might fall off, but I guess that's what they're made for, huh? It's actually not that bad at all, especially when you pick up some speed, you know, around that 25-30 mile per hour range. You can really give, I don't know, it's the right speed for compression. If you're going too slow, it's going to be too bumpy. If you're going too fast, it's just flat out dangerous. But this is fine, actually. I don't feel much of a difference at all, if anything, compared to the first time I was out here doing this in my stock truck. So yeah, I don't know. To me, that was a big win. Now, there are some massive obstacles right in front of me here that I can't do. Matter of fact, I believe these are what my dad got stuck in last time I was here. So I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not even gonna attempt it. But I'll head back the other way, get a little bit more. Again, pretty bumpy. It might sound more active in here than what it really is, just because I have so much shit in my truck. But I don't know, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, is this at all comparable to something like Fox shocks or King shocks or Icon suspension or anything like that? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, it's not even close. The FX4 package is okay, but it's by no means extreme or anything like that. Sure, it'll allow you to get your hunting trail a little bit more comfortably, or maybe even allow you to get there in the first place, but this is by no means off-roading actually. Soon, I hope to have maybe Fox or Icon suspension on my truck and can actually show you guys what it's like to do some real off-roading, even jump the truck, stuff like that. But right now the Puck is performing much better than I thought it would. I thought it'd be really bouncy and rigid out here, and it's not at all whatsoever. Well, not any more than it was beforehand. So let's go take a look at a couple more obstacles and see what we can really get out of this thing. Now, something that I think is super important, even for a beginner off-roader, is gonna be your wheel travel and how you deal with going through any articulation. Now, I'm gonna purposely kind of not take the smart route here. And the reason for that is just to kind of test it and see how it really acts going through everything. Hopefully that GoPro on the back will show you guys what you need, and I'll have some footage outside of the truck as well. But I'm kind of going up this hill here on the side, really digging in deep, just like my key is in my thigh. Now I'm gonna come back down. So now I just want to come out here. I have my GoPro mounted up top, so hopefully you guys are getting a good view with that. Hoping it doesn't fall off, because I'll probably scratch my truck or something like that, I don't know. But now I'm just out here. I kind of want to just drive around, have some fun, show you guys, you know, what very minimal off-roading is. Again, this is nothing big, this is no big deal. But for most people who buy a $60,000 truck, you're not trying to do anything big. And I don't blame you for that. Maybe you're just trying to get to your hunting trail, or maybe you're just trying to perform decent taking your trailer out to Glamis or something. I don't really know. But for me, it's a big deal for my truck to perform well. As you guys know, I want this to be a V8 Raptor with the 5.0 instead of the Predator that is going to be in the Raptor R. I don't know what line to really take for this. If I was a little bit wider, it'd be a little bit better. Hopefully you guys are able to see it. Of course, I have a fly stuck in here. So this is an obstacle that I'm about to pull up to that I was able to do easily in my Ranger. Not stock, but after I modified my Ranger, I was able to do this no problem whatsoever, and I'm 90% sure that this is just for bikes. But I was able to crawl over all of it, and hopefully I'll be able to do that again once my truck is where I want it to be. But as I just pull up here, hopefully you guys are able to see it on the GoPro, and then I'll go ahead right now and show you guys what I'm looking at on my screen. So this right here is a bike ramp to jump over. I was able to hop over this. Over to the right here is another jump. So a lot of articulation, a lot of ground clearance needed, especially up there at the top, and I was able to go up and down this all day, and I plan to be able to do that soon. Now, can you do this with just a puck? Absolutely not. It will destroy your truck. You stand no chance. Don't even try something like that. A big difference between an F-150 and a Ranger is obviously size. Now, having the longer wheelbase helps on road trips, giving you a more comfortable feel to the truck, but it's horrible for off-roading. It makes breakover a real bitch to deal with. As you see with my dad's truck and Tommy's truck when we brought them here, and they couldn't even crest this hill that I'm pulling up to, it made it quite difficult. Now my tires are another big thing here. My tires are completely stock, and my rims and tires are both stock. So I prefer a very small rim, as small as I can go, which I believe is a 17, and then as big as tires I can get, which for this truck, after I change the fenders out, it's gonna be a 37. 33s on like a smaller truck are gonna be completely fine, but on a big truck like this, you need that ground clearance, and 37s is gonna do it. And when I say ground clearance, I don't mean a mall crawler lift. It doesn't really lift your truck or give you any ground clearance at all. It just makes your truck harder to get into and easier to roll over. Now, if you put 37s on your truck, it's gonna lift that differential, it's gonna help with ground clearance, and it's gonna give you a lot of cushion and a lot of room to get over whatever obstacle you're trying. Now, this is something that is somewhat more difficult. I will say I am annoyed that this is the most my truck can do currently. So I am super disappointed that this is the most my truck can do as of now, but that is gonna change very soon, hopefully. Is the puck enough? Yes, I believe that it is enough to help anybody who, just wants to barely get into it, just kind of scratch the surface. Does the puck allow you to do jumps or actually change the dynamics of your suspension at all whatsoever? Absolutely not. Your suspension's still the same. It is just giving you a little bit more body clearance for the vehicle and leveling it out, giving it a more aggressive look, a better look all around. But let me know what you think down below. Is a puck enough? And when I ask that question, I mean, is it enough for the majority of people, the people who are just gonna kind of off-road, not be off-road all the time? Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.